and this is Tri-State Finest. Today we're here with the super talented track, YouTube, and Instagram star, Masai Russell. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Well,
Doing good.
I'm going to start it off. I just wanted to know where your whole track journey began. How did you start with track?
So I started track when I was about 8 years old, and it started because I was actually doing gymnastics first, and then I see my brothers like running track. So then of course like I'm younger than my two of my brothers. So I was like, let me just try and do it with them. So then I ended up liking it. I stopped doing gymnastics, and then I actually went back to gymnastics for like a couple months, and then I was like, yeah, like no, when I was younger, and then after that, after I like left from gymnastics, I was full track like ever since I was like 9-10 years old, and then I haven't honestly done any sport since track since then.
Were you like naturally good at it when you first started?
I was good, but like I was always underdeveloped than the other girls. Like a lot of the girls was like always bigger than me. So like I started getting good like towards like mid to end of high school, because like a lot of the people who used to like really like beat me up, like tear me up in races, was busting me when I was like 9, 10, 11, 12. But then like when I started to like develop, and it's like they kind of peaked while I continued to evolve. Like
Yeah. Who were like a few of your biggest inspirations in the beginning?
I always looked up to like Sonya Richards and Allison Felix, and then like although I know Sydney, like she's really a big inspiration to me too, like because we're like in the same age bracket, and she's just like killing the game. Like she's just amazing too, so she's an inspiration as well.
Yeah, Sydney, go hard.
Yeah, she do.
I know you went to Bullets. I was just wondering what your favorite experiences were while you were there.
My favorite experiences probably was definitely traveling. Kind of like we was like a college, like kind of we traveled a lot. We didn't really do a lot of in-home, like at-home meets. We traveled to New York a lot. We traveled a lot. We had a lot of schoolwork. So like when I got to college, it wasn't like a shock. I pretty much had already had the experience that like I got in high school. So definitely traveling, bonding with the team, meeting people on the road, going to New York, going to the Armory. Like those are some really good experiences.
Yeah, it set you up well for college with traveling already and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah. This is my last question for YouTube. What was like your biggest inspirations, and what was the process of making that?
I mean, it took me a little long to like really get into it and like be committed to it, because like when I started like 2 years ago, and I was like, I'm gonna start YouTube. So like I didn't start it as early as I feel like I should have. But like my inspirations are, I mean, I don't really have any inspirations on YouTube. It's just my goal on YouTube is to like show people what it's like to be a NCAA athlete, how it is at the meets, how it is like at practice, day in the life, what I eat, things like that. And it's just to really show people who are younger than me and who may have the same goals as me to go to a D1 school, and just really show them that experience, like in that kind of behind the scenes, not like in front of like, you know, most people only see me behind like pictures and social media. Like I feel like my YouTube, I really am able to show like my real self.
Yeah, I think you do a very good job at being informative about that. It's very entertaining.
Thanks.
So I want to talk about your track career a little bit. You have a long list of achievements at a very young age. Which one are you most proud of, and what's your favorite?
I am most proud of me making my first USA team when I was 17 years old, when we went to Peru, because honestly, like I had so many doubters, like people in my circle, coaches, like didn't even believe in me. Like I went to Sacramento, first time ever trying out for an international meet, and I only had my mom to come with me to the meet. And my mom is not a track coach. She knows nothing about track. I'm telling y'all, she asked me at SCC's, is the 400 hurdles indoor? So you see where her knowledge is on the track. So yeah. I mean, it's just, like I said, I had a lot of doubters, and just making that team, I really felt like I don't really need anyone. I don't need the people who I thought I needed. As long as I have God and myself and my hard work and training, you know, you could do anything. So making that team and then coming out with a bronze medal, making my first international team was just super, like, it was just amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I want to talk about a little bit about the U.S. team experience. Like, how was that being surrounded by such amazing athletes, like at that time, training with them, stuff like that, going to meet?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's honestly like an honor to see like how people who are just as good as you, like how they train, how they eat, the things they do, stuff like that, you know. I mean, it's just honestly good to be surrounded by good people as well. And I feel like here at Kentucky, I mean, it's honestly the same experience, you know, people who are super talented. I mean, you would think that some people, it's like two different categories. It's like some people who you would expect to do something, you'd be like, wait, you're doing that? And then there's some people you'd be like, okay, I expected that. Like, you're doing what you're supposed to do. But, you know, it's just being surrounded by good people is always important.
I'm sure it was a great learning experience being around them just in general.
Yeah, definitely. You also meet a lot of people too.
So my last question is more like, I guess, YouTube, college, and track all related. So how do you balance those three things? And what is your greatest YouTube accomplishment?
I balance all three. But I mean, like, I wouldn't say I balance them like amazing because I don't be posting on YouTube as much as I should, like as much as you guys will want, like during the season and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like I put out enough content so you guys get the gist, and like people who really want to see the experience get the gist of like basically me. But I feel like my greatest YouTube accomplishment is the story time that I posted about like how high school, like how my senior year was affected by like the people that was on my team. They was talking about me, they was down me, they was hating on me, stuff like that. Like that video really got a lot of views, and I helped a lot of people in that process. So I think like, I mean, a lot of course the people who were on the Bullets team didn't like it, but I'm like, it's the truth, it's my experience, and I'm helping others.
So I know that we talked about like your social media presence and stuff like that. How do you see that kind of growing in the future?
I see my social media, I mean, like, I don't want to say I focus too much about like the followers and stuff. Like, I just do what I need to do, and then I know that it'll come. But I don't like to like base myself like, if I do this, I'm gonna get followers. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get followers. Like, pretty much, I just know whatever. If I keep putting good out, I know I'm gonna keep receiving good. So, I mean, it's not honestly. I mean, like, I know I have a lot of followers, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's about the person and who you are.
So like touching on like your social media a little bit more, did it take you some time to realize like the positive like impact and like the influence that you kind of had on people with sharing your story?
That's a good question. I mean, I think as I started to get older, I started to really understand and be like, wow, like people are really looking up to me in a positive way, you know? I mean, because like I started getting followers like my senior year, and like it was like cool, but it was like here and there. But like now, like I really know that I have a really big impact on a lot of like people's lives, and like, especially a lot of younger people. But it did kind of like, okay, people are watching me, I need to make sure like I'm putting out good, I'm, you know, doing the right things and posting the right things and stuff like that. So I mean, I think it just came with maturity. It wasn't like one day I was just like, oh, let me do this. It's just I was growing as a person as well.
So was that kind of like hard to adjust to, being like such like a public figure so quick, like gaining all of those followers and like a following base like that?
I wouldn't say that it was like super hard to adjust to, you know, like I wasn't like a terrible person to begin with. So it wasn't like I was changing much about myself. I was just like being very cognizant about the things that I was posting more than like I would on another, like back then kind of. And then like I do have private accounts to, you know, post what I kind of want, so I'm not just like showing everything. But yeah, I mean, it is good to have that like sense of privacy, but still putting out like who I am, what I do on like all my platforms.
We're going to go to like another segment where we're going to ask you a few quick questions about yourself. Who was your first celebrity crush?
I don't really have a celebrity crush, honestly. I mean, I don't have a crush, but I will say if y'all watch the show All American, that guy Darnell, he is very fine.
Da Vinci, he is good looking,
Yeah,
and he's grownish. Mm-hmm.
yeah, he is.
What's your favorite food?
I really like Alfredo, chicken, shrimp Alfredo, and I like seafood.
What's one song that you have memorized?
Probably a young boy song. Sorry, some Drake. So I love Drake. Let me see. Probably the song like Mob Ties, Nonstop, or like some Roddy Rich, Ballin'.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is on the knee.
Some good songs.
What would be your favorite shoe that you own?
Probably my red bottoms.
Makes sense.
Or some my Balenciagas. I don't know.
What's your go-to warm-up song?
Definitely Headlines by Drake.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence.
What are 3 things that you can't live without?
If I'm being honest, my phone, my word, the Bible, and my car. Actually, no, my family. My family, then my car. I forgot about them.
What's your favorite cereal?
Probably. I mean, it's like a mixture of all 3. Like I really like Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
There you go. That's good choices.
It's a solid top 3. What's your favorite movie?
I don't watch movies like that, if I'm being honest, but I don't even know the name of it. I don't know the name of it, but it's the one that like when the black guy got shot because he had a brush in his hand and the police thought it was a gun.
Oh, The Hate You Give.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I'm not a big movie guy, so I've never.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I do watch movies. Invisible Man was really good too. It just came out like a couple months ago, but yeah, I don't watch like too many movies. I watch shows.
What's your most embarrassing track story?
Probably falling. Well, I mean, I've fallen a whole bunch of times, but definitely probably falling when I was in Peru, first time at an international meet. Like, I just tripped and like slid across the track. I got up and like wiped my face. I was like, I just really fell. Like, it was after the race though, so that was good.
What's the biggest misconception of you?
People saying that I'm cocky. I'm not cocky at all. Like, I feel like I'm very confident in my abilities and in myself. I got a lot of that when I was in high school. I mean, I was surrounded by people, of course, who was hating, of course, but I would definitely say, like, I'm not cocky. I'm just a super hardworking person. I don't really brag about the things that I have. I do none of the accolades that I like do. I'm just a cool person. I like to vibe. I like to joke, chill. I'm very chill. And people think that, like, since you have a fan base, you have followers, that you just like are this type of person. Like, you're in this box. But I'm like, no, that's not me. Like, I'm very chill. Like to joke.
What's your favorite Disney show?
That's So Raven. Well, throwback, but That's So Raven.
Let's go. If you could gaze into the future.
Yeah, that was my favorite too.
Do you have any unusual talents?
I wouldn't say unusual. Only thing, I mean, honestly, I'm just good at running, but I can dance a little bit and I can flip. And I kind of taught myself, because when I was in gymnastics, they didn't really teach me that, so I taught myself how to flip for real. Yeah, those are the two. They're the two, and I'm just goofy.
All right, we're gonna go to our last segment. We're gonna play like a game of Would You Rather.
Okay. I really like how this is set up. It's very professional. Like, everyone got their questions and.
Would you rather only be able to shout or only be able to whisper?
Shout, because I'll be loud. I don't care. I need to be.
Yeah.
Would you rather be rich working a job you hate or poor working a job you love?
I gotta say poor working a job that I love, because it's honestly about happiness.
Would you rather have the ability to stop time or to travel time?
Travel time.
Would you rather have super strength or super speed?
Super speed.
Spend every weekend indoors or spend every weekend outdoors?
Outside. I love outside, especially if it's hot and it's nice out. I'm gonna be outside. Being in this house, I can't do it, especially not during this quarantine.
Would you rather marry the smartest person in the world or the hottest person in the world?
Oh, so is the smart person ugly?
They could be, or they could be hot, but they're the smartest person in the world or the hottest person in the world.
Nah, you gotta be smart because I can't be just looking at no cute face and he a brick. Like, just sit dumb.
Would you rather rock straight neon pink at your meets or straight neon green?
Probably neon green, honestly. I kind of grew out the color pink.
Yeah.
Listen to your your least favorite song on a loop for a year, or never listen to music at all for a year.
Sure. I mean, it might have to be the least favorite song because it's like at least his song playing. Like not listening to nothing, that's hard.
Would you rather eat cat food or dog food with every meal?
Shoot. I don't even know how cat food looks, honestly, but dog food really be making me want to throw up. So I might say cat food, but then again, it might be dog food. I don't know. You gonna have to tell me. Oh no. See, I was just
Food is like they're like more solid. Like yeah,
my
like
food. Like she got a mixture of both. She got like the little chips and the soft food. That soft food, I'll be like, I'll be trying to touch it. I'll be like.
I think that's all we have for you today. Would you like to shout out your Instagram?
Yeah, y'all follow me at Masai_Russell and MASAI, and then my link for my YouTube is in my bio, and then my Snapchat is a little childish, but it's braceface_Masai. If y'all want me on there too, that's more of a like one-on-one with me because I don't really post everything that I post on my Snapchat and on my Instagram. So if y'all really want to see me and what I do on everything on an everyday basis, just hit me up, period. You already know. Follow your girl. I'm over and out. Nice meeting you all.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.